Good morning. I'm just sitting here. I just was eating my breakfast and reading my Bible. And, okay, stay with me for a second. Hopefully, I don't have blueberries in my tea. Um, I'm in Ephesians, and, sorry, my hair is. Okay, so Ephesians 5, it says, "Therefore be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." Being imitators of God because we're his children. And it made me think of like the things that are going on in the world. People claiming they're a Christian, but not imitating how God is. Either they are being cruel, or they're changing who God is, or they, there's just so many things that, and I am guilty of that, right? Um, and it just struck me like, yeah, if we really love God, if we really truly consider him our Father, then we would want to represent him. We would want to honor him. We would want him to be proud of us. And we would behave in a way that would honor his name, right? And I feel like as a society, we've really gotten away from the true meaning of honor. And, you know, I think decades ago, if you were to read this verse to someone, there were more parents that, I mean, parents have been making mistakes forever, but um, there were more parents that were honored than now. I know I, I'm not saying I deserve any kind of honor. Like, if anyone deserves the wrath of God, it would be me. Um, but in general, there is less honor towards parents. Therefore, it's almost foreign to talk about honoring God and representing him as his child. And it hit me because I definitely didn't honor my parents, and I definitely didn't care what I was doing. How, like, I was like, why would it affect who my dad is? Why would it affect, um and I lived that way and didn't care. And I I have I love God so much, and I'm so grateful for how much he's forgiven me for, and how he is so kind um to come alongside me and be like, okay, you got to work on this. All right, let's drop this. Let's not have this anymore. And he helped me get rid of so much anger and bitterness. And man, like, and I'm, like I said, I'm not worthy of that, but God called me worthy. He looks at me and he's proud of me. And so I want to live a life that honors God. And I honor him. And so many times people want to get in these arguments, political arguments, and they want to prove their point of which political person is evil and which one's not, and all of this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all evil. I'm sorry. None of them are for us. They're absolutely self-serving. I'm sorry, but no. A politician will neither destroy or save my life. The only one I count on is God. The only one I set my future on is Jesus Christ, because he is the one that truly sacrificed everything to give me life, to give you life if you want it. He's not taking anything away from you. He adds to your life. Well, I mean, he takes away the hurt and the pain and the sickness and the desperation and the depression and the anxiety. Yeah, so I guess he does take things away, but those are all crappy ass things that you don't need to have in your life. And he gives this peace. He gives this kindness. And no matter how many times we're wrong, no matter how many times we mess up, he does it in such a loving way to correct us. And there are days where I should just stay off social media, because goodness, there's days where there's such hate in the name of God. There's such, anger in the name of God. And just yelling at people. I'm not talking about something wrong is happening and someone is saying, whoa, no, that is wrong. So like if I'm driving down the road and some guy is hitting a woman, I'm going to pull my car over, and I'm that person that I'm going to get myself involved, because it's wrong. It's not okay. I don't care. I don't care what the situation is. No one should be hitting anyone. So, but I'm not going to, there's a difference between being firm and fighting for what is right, and being snarly and hateful, and your face tells you if you're firm or angry. It's clear, right? If you're going out with hateful vengeance and saying you're justified in that because you're a believer, you're a Christian, you may want to spend a moment and just look in the mirror and tell me if that is God's face that you're reflecting. Because if God is telling you to be vengeful, then you must have lived a life equal to Jesus, because none of us deserve God's grace and mercy. All of us deserve his wrath. And the fact that we haven't received his wrath means that we shouldn't be giving others wrath and claiming it's from God, because then it's just a lie. And you're not honoring God. You're not walking long dramatic pause. Sorry, because it really hit me. So as I was reading this, so the Holy Spirit just told me it's more about the next verse. So again, it says, therefore be imitators of God as beloved children and walk in love. Christ loved us. Walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. But sexual immorality and all impurity or covetousness must not even be named among you as improper as is proper among saints. Let there be no filthiness or foolish talk, nor crude joking, which are out of place, but instead there be thanksgiving. And I have been struggling. I have been struggling with my words and the way that I joke and how I made that video. I don't know. It feels like months ago. It may have only been a month ago. I don't know. Everything is so... time frames are crazy. Anyway, I had made a video about how I had taken a chance on love and it didn't work out. And I've been asking God to heal me, and but I just had this realization in the midst of talking that I have not been I was still trying to make that work, even though it's not. And the only way that I was able to get some attention that was drawing me back to this person was all inappropriate, not honoring God. And I was sliding the scale on, like, well, I'm not technically doing anything wrong because I'm not behaving, but my attitude and my words are not honoring God. So there's that. All right. So clearly I needed that. That was not where I thought that was going. That was not, like, yeah. I just knew I was supposed to start talking about that. I didn't realize it was for me. I didn't realize where that was gonna go. So I don't really want to post this, but I feel like I feel like I have to, because if that's a revelation for me, it could be necessary for someone else. Um, yeah. Huh. I spent most of my life not honoring my parents, and uh, I've spent the last uh, 2 years trying to be better at honoring my mom because, of course, my dad's not here, and I I definitely want to spend the rest of my life honoring God. I don't want to dishonor Him. He's done so much for me, and it's really a sign of ungratefulness to not honor God. Like, and it's such a immature way to behave, um, to be given chance after chance and to be loved wholly and unconditionally. And He's so kind when He corrects, and He's so kind when He redirects us. And like, He literally saved my life so many times. And yeah, I want to spend the rest of my life honoring God. I don't want to, if someone doesn't want to love me because I'm honoring God, then that is not someone I should be with. Right? Like, yeah. That sounds like common sense right here, but wow. What what an aha moment for me. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Um All right. I hope you have a good day. I'm going to go blow my nose. I don't know why every time I cry my nose runs. But anyway, wow. That was good to start the day. All right. Have a good day.